Rob. This video, we're going to get into some falling skies. Okay guys, welcome back. So I know it's early to start talking about falling skies, but I wanted to do this video early because I wanted to get it out there first of all. Obviously try and get some people on the channel that watch the show. I very much enjoy it, and also to see who already that's subscribed here possibly watches this show. Now, I binged watched the first 2 seasons because initially when the show started, I had a very weird work schedule and I didn't get a chance to watch it on a regular basis. But, you know, after doing my Game of Thrones recap video, even though it's kind of early for that, but not so much because they start pretty soon, I figured, you know, I want to get an idea of what kind of fan base of Falling Skies I have here and what's out there. And I decided to do the recap video, so let's get started. So, Season 3 overall for me was somewhat of a disappointment. The only thing I did like was when they kind of revealed that Lourdes was the mole, because the whole time I thought it was the Spanish lady who took over being president for Tom, and I can't remember her name right now. Let me see if I can pull it up here. I gotta get her name because she is pretty important in the whole thing. Oh, it's not even here, so she's not that important, I guess. But anyway, you know, when she took over, I said to myself, oh man, I have a feeling she's the mole. So when Lourdes was revealed to be the mole, that was a pretty good surprise. But outside of that, Season 3 was just, I mean, you had some very unfulfilling deaths. You know, the Berserker chick with the impaled head, I mean, nobody really cared. You know, they tried to, like 2 or 3 episodes before that, they tried to make you feel something for her because she was getting closer and closer to Tom's youngest son. But again, not a big deal. Poe is always, to me, is always fun to watch. But overall, it just kind of felt like the season dragged. You know, you're wondering what's going on with the Volm and their weapon. And then finally, when they reveal their weapon, they kind of just bring it out of nowhere after it's been underground. I mean, it was just a real... It wasn't horrible, but compared to the first 2, for me personally, it was just a bit of a downer. Now, leading towards the end and getting it ready for Season 4 was a different story. Again, I like the whole Lourdes reveal. It was very unexpected. And obviously the whole arc with Hal being infected and Maggie and his dreams and all that. I mean, you could kind of see that. I don't think Hal and Maggie are going to make it. They're just two completely different people. He wants a house with a picket fence, and she thinks that that's never going to happen, that she's going to continue being a warrior. Basically telling him, like, look, I'm not the wife type, and I'm certainly not the wife type to stay at home. So I don't know how much longer that relationship's going to last, but we'll see what happens. Now, the other thing that I found interesting... Well, and I realized this after the fact. When Tom shot Karen in the last episode, when she approached them and when she cut off second mast on their way back to Charleston, I said to myself, you know what? You know, initially I was like, yeah, screw that bitch, shoot her, kill her. And then obviously, Anne and Tom's daughter, what was her name? Let me see if I can pull it up here. Can't quite remember her name either. Yep, doesn't have it here on the list either because she's not a constant cast member, so not yet at least. But anyway, their daughter, when he came upon them, you know, Anne and their daughter, I was like, whoa. So she was bringing them in good faith. You know, she obviously really did want to negotiate with him. And it took me a couple of days after watching the episode to realize that maybe that wasn't such a good idea. At least not right away. I think he should have heard her out first, at least get her opinion on the Volm, and then kill her. You know, because the Volm, while I think their heart's in the right place, I don't trust them either. I never have. I've been on Weaver's side the whole time with that. Because the thing about Tom is yeah, he's a great leader and everything, but he seems to get a pass every time he screws up. And he screws up a lot. He's screwed up quite a few times. So for him to bring in the Volm and use them as a resource and bring them in on everything that the Second Mass is doing and the Resistance is doing, I don't know if that's such a great idea. Because in my opinion, anything alien right now is not on our... Not that they're not on our side. Obviously, the Volm proves some worthiness. But overall, I don't think, especially after what they showed at the end of... at the last episode, when they tried to dispatch them to Brazil to chill out, basically. No, not good. And my concern is that the Volm are using the humans to fight off the Afeni so that the Volm can take over. I mean, just because Cochise is all good and he seems very sincere doesn't mean the rest of his race, including his father, is going to follow him. He's not the leader. He's just, he's a patsy. So I'm not feeling the Volm right now, especially after what they pulled off towards the end of the episode. And basically what I'm saying is, I, at least if I was Tom, would have heard Karen out just for the sake of seeing what she says. Then I would have killed her. So now the interesting thing is their daughter. Where's that going to... Alexa, I just remembered her name now. Lexi. So this is my theory. Obviously, when Tom got abducted and he came back a couple of seasons ago, I think that's happened in season 2. And remember, he came back with the infected eye. I think he was inserted with some sort of alien DNA. And when him and Anne hooked up and got their groove on, that's probably what's going on with Lexi right now. But the thing of it is that Lexi's very special. I mean, you saw that she extracted the worms, or whatever you want to call them, that go in the eye of people. She got that out of Lourdes, so she saved her essentially. And I'm just wondering if Anne and Lexi are really, really back, if there's something going on with them, if there's been something implanted. But then again, with Lourdes' power, I guess not. I really think Karen wanted to talk in good faith with Tom, and I really think she wanted to give him a fair warning. Yes, maybe she did have a second plan that would benefit her, but really, could you blame her? And at this point, she was already lost, so it wouldn't have killed him to hear her out, and I think that might come back to bite him in the ass. But you know what? Overall, I'm looking so forward to season 4. I don't know if you guys recently saw the trailer, for you who are Falling Sky fans. But if you haven't, I'll link it in the description. It looks very good. It looks like there's going to be more alien activity. And I hope we don't get this every year, every season, a new alien. I'm okay with the Volm and the Afeni right now. And I guess they're bringing in another one. I'll be okay with that. I just don't want them to oversaturate. And again, I think, and as we get closer to the season, I'll start my little predictions here and there. I really think the show needs a couple of significant deaths. I know that sounds crazy, but I think the show needs that. But overall, not too crazy about season 3. Was pretty satisfied with the way it ended. I like how it's building into season 4, and the trailer so far looks great. I'm very excited to see it. Obviously, we got some ways to go before it starts, but I wanted to get this video out there to try and draw out the Falling Sky fans who are out there on the channel, or just out there in general on YouTube, because I know when the show starts, I definitely would love to get some dialogue going on. But anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Just wanted to talk a little Falling Skies, and I will see you in the next video. Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. I'm your host, Rob. This video, we're going to get into some Falling Skies. Okay guys, welcome back. So I know it's early to start talking about Falling Skies, but I wanted to do this video early because I wanted to get it out there first of all. Obviously try and get some people on the channel that watch the show. I very much enjoy it, and also to see who already that's subscribed here possibly watches this show. Now, I binged watched the first 2 seasons because initially when the show started, I had a very weird work schedule and I didn't get a chance to watch it on a regular basis. But, you know, after doing my Game of Thrones recap video, even though it's kind of early for that, but not so much because they start pretty soon, I figured, you know, I want to get an idea of what kind of fan base of Falling Skies I have here and what's out there. And I decided to do the recap video, so let's get started. So, see